When you're a teenager in a boring small town, you'll do just about anything to feel alive. For me, that meant late-night dares, breaking into places we weren't supposed to be, and chasing things we didn't understand. But there's one night I wish I could forget, because something followed us home. It started with my friend Sean getting his hands on a Ouija board. He thought it'd be funny to try it out in the creepiest place around, the old Trinity Hill Church. Everyone in town had a story about that place: satanic graffiti, animal bones in the basement, glowing windows at night. The church had burned partially in the 80s, then abandoned. No one bothered to tear it down. It just sat there, rotting at the top of the hill, shrouded in trees and whispers. It was almost midnight when we hiked up there, me, Sean, and James. The air was thick with summer humidity and something else, something heavier. The church was worse up close. Windows shattered. Roof sagging in. Floorboards warped and splintered like the whole building was groaning. We stepped inside, flashlights bobbing in the dark. The altar was still there, barely. A massive wooden cross leaned crooked against the back wall, half-burnt. Sean set up the Ouija board in the middle of what used to be the aisle. He lit a few candles and killed the flashlights. That was the first mistake. The glow barely stretched 6 feet. Everything outside that circle was just black. We sat cross-legged, fingers on the planchette. At first, we laughed, asking stupid questions. Are there any spirits here? The usual nonsense. But then the planchette moved. Smooth, slow. First to Y, then to E, then S. I accused Sean of pushing it. He swore he didn't. The air felt colder now, like something had sucked all the warmth out of the space. Then we heard it. A sharp crack. Like wood snapping violently. It came from near the altar. We all jumped and spun our lights on, but there was nothing. Just the rotting remains of pews and the sagging roof above us. We told ourselves it was just the building settling. But we were lying to ourselves. We went back to the board, but it didn't respond anymore. The planchette just sat there, unmoving. The candles flickered violently, even though there wasn't any wind. Then came the sound of something falling hard on the board. A rock, small, round, like a golf ball, landed dead center out of nowhere. It didn't roll or bounce. Just smacked straight down like it had been dropped from above. We were the only ones inside. That was it. We bolted. Left everything, candles, board, bags, and sprinted out the door, down the hill, not stopping until we hit the road. We didn't talk much after that. Just heavy breathing, cold sweat, and this shared knowledge that something in that church had watched us. Maybe followed us. I couldn't sleep that night. Every sound in the house felt like something scratching at the walls. My dreams were filled with burnt wood and blank eyes watching me from dark corners. But the story didn't end there. The next morning, Sean, always the bold one, decided to go back. He said he wanted to grab his board. Said we were just being babies. James and I refused. We didn't hear from him for a few hours. Then I got the text. It's gone. I called him. He sounded different. Quieter. Said the candles were still there, burned almost to the base, still upright like we'd just left. But the board, the Ouija board, was gone. No signs of animals. No wind could have blown it far. It just wasn't there. We told ourselves maybe someone else had been there that night, hiding. But the more we tried to make sense of it, the worse the possibilities got. Either there was someone watching us from the shadows, or we'd actually contacted something. Something not human. A few nights later, Sean stopped hanging out. Wouldn't answer his phone. His mom said he wasn't sleeping. Kept the lights on all night. Said he heard tapping on his window. His dad found him burning sage in the garage, eyes bloodshot, whispering to himself. James and I tried to check on him, but he didn't answer the door. Through the window, we saw something strange, a crudely drawn symbol smeared in what looked like ash and blood on his bedroom wall. It wasn't graffiti. It wasn't something from a book. It was wrong. Like it didn't belong in this world. I've moved far from that town now. I don't go back. The church is still there, last I checked, still standing like it's daring someone to come inside. But I won't. Not again. Because I know what we felt in that darkness. And I know what we let in. Whatever we contacted that night in the church, it never left.